Hi these. You've done everything right. You've traded soda for fruit juice. You've swapped desserts for a bowl of fruit after dinner. You've made the healthy switch, because that's what we're told to do after 60. But what if I told you the very fruits you've been reaching for might be the reason you feel more tired, more inflamed, or more forgetful? See, after 60, our bodies change, but most food advice doesn't. Your digestion slows, your blood sugar spikes more easily, and your medications interact differently. So when you bite into what seems like a good choice, your body may be struggling behind the scenes. And the worst part? No one talks about it. But today, that changes. In this video, I'll share 4 fruits that protect your brain, heart, and energy levels, and 4 you should limit or avoid altogether, no matter how natural they seem. If you've ever said, "I thought I was eating healthy," comment, "Time to learn" below. Because the truth starts here. Let's begin with a fruit that's praised for weight loss, but could quietly be working against your medications and your heart. Grapefruit. The hidden medication risk. Picture this. Margaret, 67, started her mornings the same way for years. A brisk walk, a glass of water, and half a grapefruit with her medication. It felt healthy, natural, routine. But what she didn't know was that this simple habit, just half a fruit, was quietly overpowering her prescriptions. The issue isn't the fruit itself. It's what's inside it, a group of compounds called furanocoumarins. They interfere with enzymes in your liver, specifically CYP3A4, which is responsible for breaking down many medications. When that enzyme is blocked, your medicine stays in your system longer and builds up, like water with no drain. This means the dose your doctor prescribed, what's supposed to help your body, can suddenly become 4 times as strong. That's not an exaggeration. That's a medically documented risk. For seniors, this matters. Grapefruit can interact with over 85 common drugs, including statins for cholesterol, calcium channel blockers for blood pressure, anti-anxiety medications, immunosuppressants, certain antihistamines. Now, imagine thinking you're taking care of yourself, but instead you're increasing your risk for muscle breakdown, kidney stress, extreme fatigue, or even heart arrhythmias, just because of one healthy choice. And here's the twist. Grapefruit's impact isn't limited to the moment you eat it. The enzyme suppression it causes can last up to 72 hours. So even if you space your medication and grapefruit apart by a few hours, the risk doesn't go away. Many seniors never get this warning. It's not printed on your fruit. It's not always emphasized at the pharmacy. But it matters deeply. Because something as simple as a breakfast fruit can shift the safety of your entire treatment plan. This doesn't mean you have to fear fruit. It means you need fruit that works with your body, not against your health plan. So if grapefruit is part of your routine, take a moment to check your meds. Talk to your doctor. And remember, being proactive now could prevent serious complications later. Now, while grapefruit may conflict with your medications, the next fruit might be working against your metabolism, spiking your blood sugar and silently stirring up inflammation. And yet, it's one of the most popular fruits in every senior's kitchen. Grapes. The sweet fruit that doesn't play fair. Grapes have always had a clean reputation. They're often pictured in beautiful fruit bowls, served at celebrations, and recommended as a light, healthy snack. And yes, on the surface, they seem like a great choice, juicy, refreshing, and easy to enjoy. But what if I told you that, Especially after 60, grapes might not be working in your favor. Let's start with something most people don't know. Grapes are one of the highest sugar fruits around, and almost all of that sugar is fructose, a form that hits your liver hard, especially when eaten without fiber or protein to slow it down. Now, here's where it matters. As we age, our metabolism slows. Our blood vessels become more sensitive, and our ability to handle sugar, yes, even natural sugar, drops significantly. That means when you pop a handful of grapes, you might unknowingly be spiking your blood sugar faster than you would with a small cookie. Even more concerning, grapes contain almost no fiber to balance things out. Without fiber, there's no brake pedal to help your body absorb the sugar more gently. Instead, it rushes in, demanding insulin to keep up. And over time, this can lead to insulin resistance, which is closely linked to weight gain around the belly, fatigue after eating, and even brain fog. But it doesn't stop there. That sugar also feeds inflammation, the kind that settles into your joints, especially if you already have arthritis or stiffness in your knees, hips, or fingers. Ever felt unexpectedly achy or puffy after a healthy snack? Grapes might be quietly playing a role. And then there's the hidden danger that rarely gets mentioned: pesticide residue. Grapes rank high on the dirty dozen list of fruits most likely to carry leftover pesticides, which can interfere with hormone balance, digestion, and immune function, especially in older adults whose detox systems may not be as efficient. Does this mean you should never eat grapes? Not at all. But they shouldn't be your daily go-to. Think of grapes as something to enjoy in moderation, and always paired with a protein or fat source, like a slice of cheese or a handful of nuts, to soften the sugar impact. It's not about guilt. It's about awareness. Your body is wise, but it needs you to give it the tools to thrive, not the traps that look harmless but carry a hidden cost. And if these soft, juicy fruits can affect your metabolism this much, imagine what happens when the sugar becomes even more concentrated. Let's take a closer look at the fruit that looks small and innocent, but maybe the most deceptive of all: dried fruit. Dried fruits. The sweet saboteur. At first glance, dried fruits seem like a win-win. They're natural. They last longer than fresh fruit. And they feel like a cleaner choice than cookies or cake. But when you're over 60, your body doesn't just react to ingredients. It responds to concentration. And that's exactly where dried fruit becomes a hidden problem. Let's start with the drying process. When fruit is dehydrated, it loses its water, but keeps all of its sugar. Now, that sugar isn't spread out across a juicy orange or a plump plum anymore. It's compressed into a chewy, compact bite. Just a small handful of dried apricots or dates can contain more sugar than a can of soda, and without the same feeling of fullness. It's not uncommon to find 15 to 30 grams of sugar in what seems like a harmless snack. The problem is, your body no longer metabolizes sugar as easily as it used to. What was once burned off with ease in your 30s now lingers, spiking your blood glucose, triggering inflammation, and quietly pushing your insulin resistance higher. And if that wasn't enough, many commercially packaged dried fruits are coated with added sugar or fruit juice concentrate, further increasing their glycemic impact. Check the labels, and you might see terms like crystallized, infused, or sweetened. That's not fruit. That's candy in disguise. But there's another often overlooked layer of concern for older adults: preservatives. Many dried fruits are treated with sulfites to keep their bright color and extend shelf life. While safe for many, sulfites can irritate sensitive respiratory systems, especially if you already deal with asthma, COPD, or seasonal allergies. Some seniors even experience headaches, skin rashes, or tightness in the chest after eating sulfite-treated fruit. Here's the truth. Dried fruits aren't inherently bad, but they are high risk when you eat them the way most of us do, mindlessly on autopilot, straight from the bag. So how do you enjoy them without paying the price? Stick to 1 tablespoon per serving, not a handful. Pair them with protein, like raw nuts, cheese, or a boiled egg. Avoid products with added sugars or sulfites. Or better yet, swap them for whole fruits, like apples, pears, or berries. You'll get the fiber, the hydration, and far fewer metabolic surprises. Now that we've seen how concentrated sugar can sabotage your efforts, let's look at a fruit that's less sweet, but still surprisingly hard on the aging digestive system, especially when it's eaten before it's ready. Green bananas. The unripe risk. Green bananas often find their way into healthy grocery lists. They're firm, low in sugar, and praised for their resistant starch content. But what's rarely discussed is how that same starch can quietly disrupt the digestive process, especially in adults over 60. As we age, our digestive systems naturally slow down. Enzymes that once worked efficiently to break down food now operate more gently. This means that foods requiring more effort to digest, like unripe bananas, can create unexpected challenges. Here's the catch. Resistant starch isn't digested in the small intestine like regular carbs. Instead, it ferments in the colon. That fermentation process can produce excess gas, bloating, and abdominal pressure. For seniors already experiencing slower gut motility, green bananas can tip the scale from comfort to discomfort, without warning. And it doesn't stop at bloating. This kind of starch can also interfere with the absorption of essential nutrients, including calcium and magnesium, 2 minerals that are already harder to maintain with age. Over time, that poor absorption could mean weaker bones, muscle cramps, and lower energy. What's more, green bananas may worsen symptoms for those with irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, or inflammatory bowel conditions, even if they've never had major issues before. The chalky texture and acidic edge of the unripe fruit can irritate the stomach lining and trigger inflammation in sensitive digestive tracts. The surprising truth is this. While unripe bananas might seem lighter because they're less sweet, they're actually harder on your system. Many seniors who eat green bananas in smoothies or snacks report feeling tired, sluggish, or even gassy afterward, without ever suspecting the cause. So what should you do instead? Let your bananas ripen. As bananas ripen, resistant starch converts into natural sugars, making them not only sweeter, but easier to digest. A ripe banana, especially one with a few brown spots, is far gentler on your system and far more supportive of nutrient absorption. For an extra benefit, pair a ripe banana with a protein source like plain yogurt, peanut butter, or a few nuts. This combo stabilizes blood sugar, supports muscle strength, and keeps you full longer without the digestive burden. In summary, green bananas might look clean and harmless, but inside your body, they can cause bloating, reduce nutrient uptake, and leave you feeling off balance. Ripe bananas, on the other hand, offer comfort, nutrients, and energy your body can actually use. Smooth transition. We've now peeled back the truth about tricky fruits. So let's turn to what can truly heal. Up next, a fruit that not only supports digestion, but also helps protect your heart and sharpen your mind. Berries. Your daily dose of mental clarity. Imagine this. You're searching for your glasses. Again. Or maybe you walked into the kitchen and forgot why. Moments like this feel small, but over time, they chip away at your confidence. The truth is, after 60, our brains need a little more support. But not from pills. From food. From something as simple as a handful of berries. Blueberries. Blackberries, raspberries. They may look tiny, but inside, they hold something extraordinary. Anthocyanins. Plant compounds that have the power to protect your brain from the effects of aging. These compounds help neutralize oxidative stress, the invisible wear and tear that can make your memory foggy, your focus weaker, and your thinking slower. Researchers at Harvard found that seniors who ate berries regularly, just 2 servings per week, had slower rates of cognitive decline. 2 servings. Not a complicated diet. Just a small, intentional choice that gave the brain what it needed to stay sharp. But the benefits don't stop there. Berries are also packed with natural fiber and have a low glycemic load, which means they're incredibly gentle on your blood sugar. No energy crash, no spikes, just steady, calm fuel for your brain and your body. This is especially important for seniors who are managing diabetes or insulin resistance, because blood sugar swings are not only harmful to the body, they affect your mind too. And here's something many people don't expect. Berries may even support better mobility and balance. When your brain communicates clearly with your muscles, you walk more steadily, feel more grounded, and reduce the risk of falls. The best part? Berries are easy to enjoy. Add a handful to your oatmeal in the morning. Blend them into a smoothie with avocado and spinach. Or just eat them as a sweet, nourishing snack instead of something processed. Fresh or frozen, both work. With each serving, you're not just treating your taste buds, you're sending a signal to your brain that says, "I've got you. I'm taking care of you." And while berries work wonders on your memory and coordination, the next fruit has been called a miracle for your arteries, supporting heart strength, circulation, and even sharper thinking. Let's talk about that deep red gem that's been overlooked for too long. Pomegranate, fuel for your circulation and memory. Have you ever felt like your body is running a little slower than it used to? Like your heart beats heavier, or your thoughts don't move quite as fast? For many adults over 60, those subtle signs are more than just getting older. They're your body asking for help. And pomegranate might be the quiet hero it's been waiting for. This vibrant red fruit has been revered for centuries, but modern science has finally caught up, showing us just how powerful it can be, especially for the circulatory system and the brain. Let's start with the heart. As we age, our arteries lose elasticity, which makes it harder for blood to flow freely. That means your heart has to work harder to push blood through narrow passageways, and that extra pressure can lead to fatigue, dizziness, and even high blood pressure. Here's where pomegranate comes in. It's loaded with compounds called punicalagins, antioxidants that specifically target oxidative stress inside artery walls. These compounds help reduce inflammation, allowing vessels to relax and blood to flow more easily. In fact, a study published in Atherosclerosis found that regular consumption of pomegranate juice reduced arterial plaque buildup and increased blood flow by up to 35%. That's the kind of change you can feel when climbing stairs, walking further, or even sleeping better. But pomegranate's story doesn't end at the heart. Its benefits extend to your brain, a place especially vulnerable to aging. The antioxidants in pomegranate can cross the blood-brain barrier, helping protect brain cells from degeneration. In a clinical trial at UCLA, older adults who drank pomegranate juice daily for just 4 weeks showed marked improvements in memory and cognitive speed compared to those who didn't. That means sharper recall, faster thinking, and less mental fog without medication. And unlike some fruits, pomegranate doesn't cause blood sugar chaos. Despite its sweet taste, it has a low glycemic index, making it gentle on insulin response. This makes it a perfect choice for seniors managing diabetes or pre-diabetic conditions. How much do you need? Just a small serving, half a cup of arils, the seeds, or 4 ounces of 100% pure juice can deliver all these benefits. No need for excess. In fact, moderation is key, especially if you're on blood thinners, as pomegranate may interact mildly with some medications. Always consult your doctor first. But overall, this fruit is a symbol of balance. Sweet but not spiking, rich but not heavy, ancient yet perfect for modern health needs. So while pomegranate helps your blood flow and thoughts move clearer, there's another fruit that works from a different angle. It cushions your joints, smooths your blood sugar, and helps your whole body absorb nutrients more effectively. Let's explore the power of avocado. Avocado, the green shield for aging bodies. When people think of fruits that heal, they often imagine something sweet and juicy. But one of the most powerful fruits for seniors doesn't grow with vibrant color or burst with sugar. It grows with subtle strength, rich nourishment, and deep impact. That fruit is the avocado. It might surprise you to know that avocado is classified as a fruit, not a vegetable. And unlike sugary fruits that can wreak havoc on blood sugar, avocados deliver something your body truly needs after 60. Healthy, sustaining fat. Let's talk about that fat. Avocados are rich in monounsaturated fats, particularly oleic acid, the same type of heart-protective fat found in olive oil. These fats don't just provide energy. They help lower bad LDL cholesterol, increase good HDL cholesterol, and fight off the silent inflammation that leads to heart disease, joint pain, and memory decline. But that's just the beginning. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. Without the right kind of fat in your diet, these critical nutrients pass through your system unused. Avocados act as a nutrient multiplier, improving the absorption of antioxidants and vitamins by up to 15 times. So pairing avocado with leafy greens or roasted vegetables doesn't just taste better, it works better. Another reason avocado is a senior superfood? Potassium. Most people assume bananas are the best source, but avocados quietly outperform them. Potassium plays a vital role in blood pressure control, nerve function, and muscle strength, which means avocados are helping your heart pump, your brain fire, and your legs move. Still need more reasons to add this to your plate? Avocados are low in sugar, high in fiber, and help regulate appetite naturally. That means steadier blood sugar, less snacking, and more energy throughout the day, without crashes or cravings. And for anyone managing insulin resistance or weight, That's a game changer. And here's the beautiful part. Avocados are easy to enjoy. Mash them on toast with a sprinkle of sea salt. Blend them into a smoothie for a creamy boost. Slice them over a salad. Or simply eat one with a spoon. However you serve it, you're not just enjoying a tasty bite. You're giving your body the nourishment it's been quietly asking for. After 60, your body deserves calm strength, not extremes. Avocados provide that. Gently, naturally, powerfully. And now, let's wrap up our healing list with one of the most classic fruits of all time. A crunchy favorite that supports gut health, balances sugar, and helps keep your immune system resilient. The apple. Apples. The steady energy secret. Let's be honest, when it comes to fruit, apples don't often steal the spotlight. They're not flashy like pomegranates or trendy like avocados. But don't let their simplicity fool you. For seniors over 60, apples are one of nature's most consistent allies. What makes them special? It starts with pectin, a soluble fiber that does far more than just aid digestion. Pectin feeds your gut's good bacteria, helps clear excess cholesterol, and keeps your system running smoothly. Think of it as a broom gently sweeping through your digestive tract, keeping things balanced. But that's just the beginning. One medium apple offers a slow, steady energy boost. It doesn't spike your blood sugar like grapes or bananas might. Thanks to its fiber content, the natural sugars in apples are released gradually, meaning more stable energy and fewer crashes throughout your day. And when it comes to your heart, apples step up again. Studies show they can help lower LDL, the bad cholesterol, while supporting overall cardiovascular function. One apple a day really can be a small step toward better heart health. What about your immune system? Apples deliver a solid dose of vitamin C and antioxidants like quercetin, nutrients that protect your cells from damage and reduce chronic inflammation, a key factor in aging. And let's not forget oral health. Chewing apples increases saliva flow, which helps prevent dry mouth and keeps gums healthier. Something that becomes more important with age than most people realize. Simple, affordable, accessible. Apples might just be the most underrated superfruit out there. And you don't need to do anything fancy. Slice one up with breakfast. Add a few pieces to your salad. Or just enjoy it as your go-to afternoon snack. So now you know the fruits to enjoy and the ones to avoid. But how do you bring that knowledge into your daily routine without feeling overwhelmed? Small swaps, big wins. Big change doesn't require big effort. It only takes small, smart swaps, done often. You don't have to give up fruit. You just have to choose the right ones for your body today. Instead of a handful of grapes, toss a few blueberries into your yogurt. You'll still enjoy sweetness, but with brain-boosting benefits and less sugar. Trade dried fruits for fresh slices of apple or juicy pear. You'll get hydration, fiber, and that natural fullness that keeps cravings at bay. Craving something creamy? Spread avocado on whole grain toast or blend it into your morning smoothie. It nourishes your joints and keeps blood sugar stable. Looking for a digestion-friendly snack? Skip green bananas and go for ripe papaya or banana with a few almonds. Gentle on the gut, easy on the body. Want something vibrant and heart-healthy? Sprinkle pomegranate seeds on your salad, or enjoy a few ounces of 100% juice. It's a simple way to boost circulation and memory. And when in doubt, remember, 1 apple a day really can be a gift to your heart, your brain, and your belly. These aren't drastic overhauls. They're gentle, thoughtful shifts that meet you where you are and move you toward where you want to be. But what fuels real transformation isn't just what's on your plate. It's the belief that you're worth the effort. This isn't about perfection. It's about progress. Let's be honest, nobody gets it right every time. And you're not expected to. What matters is this: you cared enough to learn. You paused your day to understand what really supports your health after 60. That's not small. That's powerful. This isn't about cutting out every fruit or fearing your food. It's about making a few smart choices again and again until your body starts to feel like home again. Less bloating, more clarity, fewer aches, a stronger you. And here's the truth most people forget. The smallest steps often create the biggest shifts. 1 new fruit in the fridge, 1 better snack on the counter. That's how change begins. So if this video helped you see things differently or made you feel more confident in your next grocery trip, comment "Smart Fuel" below to let me know you're ready. Like this video if you learned something new or eye-opening. And hit subscribe if you want more practical, honest health advice made for real life after 60. Because at this stage of life, you don't need perfect. You just need possible. And you've already started.